What is going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. We got another Knicks game to talk about that tips off tonight at 8 p.m. EST in Chicago. The Knicks are on a back-to-back, coming off a huge win last night at Madison Square Garden. What a game for these Knicks. And boy, oh boy, do we need a W tonight yet again. Now, the New York Knicks are underdogs in tonight's matchup against the Chicago Bulls. As you can see, the odds presented by BetUS is right on the screen, plus 1.5. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Knicks on the road. Now, the Knicks do have some injuries to focus on tonight. Josh Hart is questionable with a wrist sprain, and Mitchell Robinson with the ankle maintenance. That is definitely interesting and something we got to keep an eye on for the, heading into this game. The last thing we need is more injuries piling up. But we're going up against a team in the Chicago Bulls who's coming off a loss against the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, they have lost 3 of the last 5 games, and they are home in this one. And DeMar DeRozan is the guy that we got to keep in mind of be able to contain that man. Now, the Knicks, again, have been able to go crazy lately. Okay, the New York Knicks have been able to stay afloat without Julius Randle. I mean, the vibes from this fan base yesterday before the game was at an all-time low, and it broke my heart. It genuinely did. I hated everything about it. I hated seeing the Knicks fan base such on a low frequency. And I think a lot of that had to do with the 3-game losing streak and Julius Randle being done for the year. That news and all the losing was getting the Knicks back into that negative mode. But I'm here to tell you guys, no need. This Knicks team is still built to go on a run. This Knicks team is still built to win basketball games against any opponent, even without Julius. Okay, we saw it on full display last night. The resiliency from this Knicks squad. They were able to get back into the game, down by 21 points, claw their way back, and still ended up winning by double figures. Okay, that is a 30-plus point swing. That tells you all you need to know about the true identity of this Knicks team, their ability to face adversity and go through it and come out on the other side with prosperity, baby. Bogdanovich is breaking out for these Knicks. That's huge. Bojan Bogdanovich playing the way that he's playing off the bench, that is huge for this Knicks team. Josh Hart coming off a near 30-point triple-double. Now, he didn't have even a double-double, but the guy at 31, 8, 9. That's a triple-double in my books. I don't know about you guys. But we're seeing a lot of fun things, and not to mention, of course, Jalen Brunson. So you look across the NBA standings, this is a big game. This is a huge game. The Magic are on a 3-game winning streak right now. They're red hot, and we do not have the tiebreaker over the Magic. We are tied with them currently. They have the game over the Knicks right now because of the tiebreaker. We are a half game back from Cleveland, so tonight is a massive, massive game. I'm curious to see the games around the NBA. You guys can see it on the bottom of your screen. We got the Magic facing the Hornets tonight, of course. Of course they're facing the Hornets out of every freaking team, right? Are the Cavaliers playing tonight? I don't think they are. I don't see the Cavaliers playing tonight according to my schedule here. So we'll keep an eye on, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers, but we do just got to take care of our own business. The Bucks are at home against Toronto, so not favorable matchups there for the Knicks. But tonight, bro, we're going up against the Chicago Bulls team that's 36-40. That is right on the brink of the play-in tournament. I think they're going to make that 9th or 10th seed. It's really going to be between the Chicago Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks for that, last 2 play-in spots. But BetUS has the Knicks as underdogs. I don't understand why. What the heck did the Knicks show that makes you think they're going to lose to the Chicago Bulls? I don't know. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but these odds by BetUS is very intriguing to me in a weird way. Here we go. Knicks plus 1.5. Now, it is even. Like, if you put money on the Knicks to win outright, it's even. But the Bulls are favored, not by a lot. They're not favored by a large margin here. But, bro, that is very, very interesting. I find this extremely interesting. I really, really am curious to get more of your guys' thoughts in the chat about these odds. Because the fact that the Knicks are not favorites in Chicago against a team that has lost 3 of the last 5 games, with this Knicks team ready to go, I find it extremely interesting. Now, if you guys want to click the link in the bottom of the chat to sign up for BetUS today, don't forget to do so. BetUS has been the proud sportsbook sponsor of this channel all season long, baby. So a big-time shout-out to BetUS. Receive a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500. The #1 online sportsbook. That means you could put $500 down and you will receive $1,250 to play with. BetUS has a 24/7 customer service and 24-hour payouts. Click the top link in the description to receive your bonus. Also, we're giving away $125 in free play. So the first 5 people to DM my account on Twitter at @NYKnicks_media, a screenshot of them making an account on BetUS will receive $25 in free play. So shout out to BetUS Sportsbook for continuing to be the sponsor of Knicks Media.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
Let's go! We got someone who's going to be at the game tonight. Israel's going to be in Chicago repping the Knicks. That's what you love to see, Israel. Let's go. I love it. Absolutely love that. Robert, what up, man? Hope you're doing well. Go Knicks, win this game so that you can get ready for the Bucks. Absolutely. Knicks Galaxy's tuning in on Twitter. Let's go Knicks. You know the vibes. Brunson going back to Chicago. We'll put up 50. Hey, it's his hometown. You never know. Jimmy says that if the Knicks are to make a significant run for a title without Randles, here's what needs to happen. Ragu, Deuce Hart need to consistently put up 20+. I Heart Precious Bogey needs to average 15+. If not, help. Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of things that needs to happen if the Knicks are going to make a title run, right? OG needs to come back and be healthy, number one. Jalen Brunson got to continue to do what he's doing. I mean, if Josh Hart and Donovan, if Dante and Josh Hart can play the way that they played last night in the playoffs consistently, watch out. And then that's not to mention, bro, I forgot to mention this last night on the postgame live. Isaiah Hartenstein. I mean, look at the passes on the screen right now. Ooh! 9 dimes, no turnovers from Isaiah Hartenstein. He's a playmaker. A career high. Look at the dimes, bro. Look at the dimes. Isaiah Hartenstein. I mean, these passes are just so good. Do you know how rare it is to have a big man that can play make like this? That can actually put the ball into the playmaker's hands to make some moves? That's huge. That's big time. So shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein, man. He's having a hell of a season. And he's having one of those years that, like, is going to get him paid in the offseason. Whether that's by the Knicks or that's by another team, we shall find out. But boy, oh boy, it's exciting to watch our guy, Isaiah Hartenstein, break out before our eyes. Now, I don't know if Josh Hart's sprained wrist is serious or not, but boy, he's coming off a dominant game, a career night for Josh Hart. You look at him on the screen, just going downhill, putting his head down, getting to the rim. The guy put up 31 points with no three-pointers. Not even an attempt, by the way. So really elite stuff from Josh Hart, man. He really was big time because the Kings' philosophy was, yeah, we'll let Jalen Brunson, we're going to double team him and force somebody around Jalen Brunson to beat us, even though Brunson still put up 35 on the double teams. Didn't really affect him too much. Affected him early on in the game, but then he figured it out. And then Josh Hart got cooking. I mean, the fadeaways, the coast-to-coast in transition. I mean, look at how fast he goes down the hill, bro. Unreal stuff. Israel says, considering the injuries that has happened, the Knicks are playing very well. I think we can make a long run if OG comes back. Me too. There's no reason why we cannot do that. I'm telling you guys that right now, baby. Hit that like button for your boy here at Knicks Media. We're live breaking down tonight's matchup against the Chicago Bulls. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. It's April 5th. The vibes are high. We are entering the playoffs soon, baby. We're going to be talking about playoff basketball. Woo! That's going to be fun. Who's excited? You know your boy is. I don't know, man. I don't know who our first round opponent's going to be. I can't wait to figure out who it's going to be. I think it's going to be between the Orlando Magic. I can see the Miami Heat somehow. I can see the Pacers. I don't know. It really depends on the seeding, obviously. But the Eastern Conference is so jammed up where you really can't predict it. Like, as of right now, if the season ended today, we'd be going to Orlando for game 1 as the 5th seed. We don't want that. I mean, I would not mind facing Orlando, but I want to have home court. I want to have home court. Let's go. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We'll love to have OG guarding DeRozan tonight. Oh, I wish. I wish, man. But DeRozan usually is a Knicks killer, so I'm very curious to see if he's going to be on his game tonight again. Is DeMar DeRozan going to be on his game and dominate? Because I feel like every time the Knicks face up against him, that's the case. So we shall see, bro. We shall see. I'm excited, though. Guys, let me get some score predictions in the chat. Do you guys think the Knicks are going to win tonight? Because BetUS doesn't. Michael says, we will get home court in the playoffs. I hope so. That means we have to have a better record than the Magic. And right now we're tied with them. And if we finish the season tied, they get the tiebreaker. So we got to get we got to finish the season better than them. It's that simple. Let's get some score predictions in the chat. Do you guys have confidence the Knicks will win tonight? Because I do. I think the key for me with this Knicks team is something that they're doing recently that they haven't done all year long that's concerning is the slow starts. Okay, we saw it against the Spurs. They started off slow. They clawed all the way back, but ended up losing. The Miami Heat game, they were down a lot throughout the entire game. It was an uphill battle. They clawed their way back. They tied it up, but they ended up losing. Against the Kings, they went down 21 points early. They were able to come back and win, but you're noticing a consistent trend here. The Knicks are getting off the slow starts, and usually they get off the fast starts. In the month of March, their bread and butter was fast starts. You punch them in the mouth first, you get a little 5-point, 10-point cushion, you never look back, and you win the basketball game. That's been the Knicks' philosophy all year, so very curious to see if this will continue. Hopefully the Knicks can figure out a way, to get back on track and to get the big-time W tonight against the Chicago Bulls team that we haven't versed a lot this year. I mean, we're facing them twice in the next 2 weeks, both in Chicago. So a mini little series against Chicago tonight and then next Tuesday. Okay, and then Sunday we're at Milwaukee. We're at Milwaukee on Sunday. That's going to be the biggest game of the year at the end of the season. If we're able to beat Milwaukee after hopefully beating the Bulls to get on a 3-game winning streak, to cancel out that 3-game losing streak, this fan base needs that. You know that, right? You know all that, right? So let me know your thoughts, guys. Corey says Chicago is banged up. Yeah. They are. Oh, wait. We play the Bulls 3 times. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my calendar. I didn't realize that. We're facing the Bulls 3 times. Tonight, Tuesday, and then at the Garden for the final game of the season. The final game of the season is on April 14th, which will be the final game of the regular season until the NBA playoffs start. Interesting stuff there. That's for sure. So the Knicks have, 6 games remaining? 6 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games left. The Knicks got to go at least 5-1 minimum. They got to finish off the season with momentum heading into the playoffs with some positive momentum, positive vibes. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know about you guys. But folks, don't forget to hit the like button if you're just tuning into Knicks Media for the first time, or if you're watching it on Twitter, welcome back. I love having you here. Hit that retweet. We appreciate all Knicks Nation tuning in. As always, I'm excited. Now, the thing that we do need to know is that Jalen Brunson is coming home tonight to Chicago, his hometown. The hometown kids back in Chicago. Usually that tells you he's about to go crazy. Now, he's been going crazy all season long, so it's not going to be a shocker if he goes nuts. He had a 61-point game last Friday, a week from today. He had a 61-point night. And that stung because we lost the game with that 61-point masterclass. So let's freaking go. Let's go. 50-win season would be nice. Yeah, if the Knicks win 5 of the last 6 games, that's 50 wins, right? Yeah. If the Knicks finish off the season 5-1 in the last 6, that is a 50-win season. Oh my goodness, would that be glorious? The Bucks are on a little 2-game losing streak. Now they're facing an easy opponent tonight, but then the Knicks are taking on them on Sunday. So a lot of fun things to look out for. A lot of fun things to look out for, folks. I'm excited. You should be too, folks. You should be too. All right, folks, we're going to wrap up the show here. Wanted to go live for a little bit to break down the Knicks and the Bulls live preview show brought to you by BetUS. Very interesting to see that the Knicks are 1.5-point underdogs against a team that is not even close to the Knicks in the standings, a team that is 36-40, below 500, are favored to beat the Knicks. If I were you guys, I'd open up your BetUS account today and hammer that Knicks money line, even though it's even. That's what I'll be doing. But please bet responsibly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another edition of Knicks Media Live Preview Show. Let's go Knicks. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.